Hello, good afternoon. This is our day 3. I've already done an upload onto YouTube about the rice I've just made. And yes, a lot of people I know have panic bought rice. I haven't. This is some I already had in the house. Now, as you can see, if I carefully pan, excuse the mess, I will clean the oven. All of the rice I've just done will actually feed 5 people. Now, one of the things I've also previously mentioned is your portion sizes. Now, if you have children, obviously you're not going to want to give them a big bowl of something such as rice, which they may or may not necessarily eat. So you don't really want to be wasting your food. So if anyone's going to find out anything about over the next couple of weeks is reduce, reuse and recycle. And one of the things people are going to have to look at reducing is the amount of food waste that we produce. And I don't just mean in the UK, I mean all over the world. Now, I'll try not to move it too much, I don't need to get motion sickness. Now, this is rice with carrots, peas, raisins, and it was water from some red cabbage that I boiled the other day with a little bit of honey, which is actually good for you. But again, do your research, because this is something I've eaten before. I know it's something that doesn't affect my digestive system, and it's something that actually helps my digestive system, eating red cabbage and drinking red cabbage water, which again I would recommend little and often. But do your research before you start trying anything new or different. But one thing I would like to point out to people is be sensible, be safe, be food safe. And there's one thing that the government have not been putting online is they keep going on about this coronavirus. But what about food safety? At Christmas, we're always advised, when you have a turkey, make sure you cook it properly. And yet people have been panic buying rice and pasta and possibly even potatoes. Foods that may or may not be able to be reheated. And foods that once cooked, you have to make sure that you either refrigerate it or freeze it within a certain time frame in order to not get food poisoning, which I think if we're not careful, it's not going to be the coronavirus that's going to be affecting people over the next couple of weeks. It's actually going to be food poisoning, because a lot of people in today's society don't know how to cook correctly. It's not something that we're really taught. We're in a society where fast food is the bee's knees, and it's something we all are used to having. So I found on YouTube, it's called the Brightside YouTube page. I have used them in the past, and one of the things that they give information about is food safety and types of food that you should not be reheating, food that you should not be refrigerating or freezing. And again, remember the rules. If in doubt, throw it out. A lot of people out there will have a health and safety food hygiene certificate qualification. It's one of the bog standard qualifications that everybody seems to do at some point in their lives. I don't expect everyone at home to have a thermometer in the kitchen to test the temperature of everything they eat or all the food. But again, just remember the basic rules. 3 is the magic number. 9 times out of 10, it's 3. If you put something in the fridge, eat it within 3 days. If you cook a meal that's heated, make sure you eat it within 3 hours. So if you don't really know what you're doing, just be careful, be vigilant, be food safe, be safe, and do your research. And like I said, if in doubt, throw it out. So with this food, it will be consumed within the next 3 hours. If it isn't, then it will be eaten cold. But again, I don't have a blast chiller in my kitchen. So if you are going to refrigerate food that has been cooked, make sure you follow the basic food standard regulations to do this.